Okay, we're back. We're so back. Should be live on both YouTube and Twitch this time. For once. Maybe. YouTube's not cooperating. Okay, I think it's working. Should be good. Yep. Yippee! I remember how to stream. It's not like it's my job or anything. Alright. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Alright, let me make sure my chats are up. Alright. I've got my chats pulled up. And Mike with the 5 gift subs. I appreciate it. Dude, I just looked over at chat. I literally just looked over at chat. Why are my alert sound effects so loud again? Why? I don't know why. My alert sounds got really loud last stream, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix it. Oh my god, it blows my eardrums out every single time. Literally every single time, my eardrums just get blown out. I don't know if it's that loud for you guys, but it's really loud for me for some reason. But dude, it's so loud. Thank you for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Yeah, hello everyone. So for YouTube viewers, it's been a while. For Twitch viewers, it's only been like a few days. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Mike, thank you for subscribing yourself as well. And an anonymous gifter gifting a sub to New Eardrums Can't Hear. That's awesome. Thanks for that gift sub. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, for YouTube viewers, it's been a while. It's been a little bit of time. And Julian, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Chill, guys. Chill. Stream is like barely started. Jesus, dude. Why is it so loud? Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Julian, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And again, to the anonymous gifter, thank you, thank you. I don't know when the alerts are gonna be done. When is all of the One Piece in Minecraft coming? Dude, it's not happening. I'm not doing all of One Piece in Minecraft. I would probably die before I finish that, from my understanding. Alright. And Sam with the Prime sub, I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. I don't stream for 5 days and this immediately happens. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Do I get to, I think I get to talk now. Just wanted to mess with you. Yeah, see you later, Mike. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for the gift subs again. Alright. Alright, chill everyone. Let's all calm down. So, for YouTube viewers, I haven't been streaming on YouTube much lately, but I have been streaming on Twitch. Again, I've talked about it before. I just prefer streaming on Twitch, honestly. So, if you guys want to catch all the streams over on YouTube, my Twitch should be linked in the description, so you guys can catch all of the streams instead of just the occasional ones. So, yeah. But I am multi-streaming today. I figured, you know what? Let's do a YouTube stream. It's been like 12 days. Some amount of days since I streamed on YouTube. So, who really knows? Who really knows? Build all of Star Wars in Minecraft, every planet, house, city, and spaceship. Yeah, once again, I think I would probably die before I can finish that. I think I would probably pass away before I would be able to accomplish that. Kitty in the background. He's chilling. My cat. He's my big cat. He's just chilling back there. He's just chilling. So yeah. To everyone on YouTube who hasn't been caught up, we have done quite a bit. Let's just move over. Let's just get started. Bang. So to everyone on YouTube who hasn't really seen everything and hasn't really caught up with everything, let me make sure my audio is correct. Okay, my audio should be fine. We have finished a good more than fit. I think we're over halfway done with Elden. You know, there's a chance we finish Elden in this stream. There's a decent chance we actually just finish Elden today. Like, it's actually a possibility. Probably not, but it's not out of the question. Because, like, we finished everything down here, and I finished everything over here. So all we have is the actual Death Mountain region, and then the stuff in the north half, which I don't think there's really anything. So we're probably not finishing it tonight, but it's not, you know, it's a possibility. So yeah, to everyone on YouTube, we've done a lot of stuff around here. We got enemy camps, we got shrines, we got the rock roast place, which I don't think I did a proper interior for. I don't know what happened with this interior, actually. Was I supposed to do this interior and I forgot? I don't know. Is this what the interior looks like? No way, right? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. So yeah, we finished, like, all of this area, changed up all the stuff around here, put all the fallen rocks in place. Yeah, we finished Goron City. Goron City's done. We got the pile of... There wasn't really much to change in Goron City, so it's not like it was a huge thing that we did, but, you know, we've got the pile of rock roasts. We changed the lava to water, and that's pretty much all we had to change about Goron City, I think. I don't think we had to change anything else about Goron City. I think it was just those few things. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. Was my last stream the stream where we did Goron City? I think it was. Even my last, on my last Twitch stream, I think that's where we ended off. Since then, I have done some more stuff. I've completed the whole Unoboko area. So I came up around here. I put in the enemy camp. There was some terraforming work here. The cherry blossom. Put that in place. There are just like random little things around here. I put in the new railway. I put in the little camps and stuff. I've got Unoboko HQ. I'm not sure how to think about the Goron head. I did that last night and I wasn't too happy with it, but I was like, eh. I mean, I guess it's alright. This isn't supposed to be a mustache, but it looks like a mustache. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. Haven't been in your streams in a while. Have you seen Age of Imprisonment? I have not. I literally still don't know anything about Age of Imprisonment. I never had the time to play it. I probably am not going to play it, and I just haven't sat down to, like, watch somebody else play through it or anything. I just haven't bothered. I just haven't bothered. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes. Again, some small stuff here and there. There was an enemy camp under the ribcage. But I wasn't going to stream today, but I kind of got up into this Death Mountain area, and I was like, this is probably something that's important to stream. And we've got a Make the Bed redemption on Twitch. Hold on. To everyone on YouTube chat, I added new channel point redemptions on Twitch. And one of those channel point redemptions is to make my bed, because I'm very bad at it. But joke's on... Does this count as it being made? Wait, what do we think, chat? Is this bed made or is it not? Because if it's made, then I have to unmake it. That's not made? I mean, I don't really know what else to do to make the bed. I guess, like, fold up the blanket. I don't know. Is this not made, unmake, then make, mess it up again, and make it again? Okay, I'm just gonna finish making it. Because you guys are being annoying about it. There's not much more to do. I'll fold up my blanket. Here we go, chat. Ugh. Fold up the blanket. Put this on the end of the bed. Alright. That's nice and done. Let me move my pillows down so I can pull my blankets or my sheets up further. This is the thrilling content you guys subscribe for. Ugh. My headphone cable can't really make it this far. But you know what? It's good enough. Close enough. this is good enough, right? Like, come on. What more do you guys want from me? That's a little crooked. There you guys go. Are we happy? Are we good? Are we done? That's got to be good enough. That's definitely good enough. 100% that's good enough. I made my bed in Minecraft. Alright. I just realized I put my laundry in the washer like 4 hours ago, and then I forgot about it. I haven't even moved it over to the dryer. Oh well. I'll do that after stream. I literally just remembered. I literally put my laundry in the washer like 4 or 5 hours ago. Should go do that before it gets all gross. Yeah, I'm gonna go take care of that real quick. Yeah, I might need to just rewash that, honestly. I think I'm probably just gonna run that again, and, I'm just gonna go restart the washer. I'll be back in, like, 2 minutes. Probably not even that long. Also, Hyperion Sun, thank you for the 10 gift subs. I appreciate it. Your gift subs have funded this laundry trip. Thank you. I'm done. That was quick. Washer has officially been restarted. I have restarted the washer. It is going. My clothes are being cleansed. Again, for the second time today. So don't ever call me stinky because I'm double washing my clothes. So, yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad I remembered that 5 hours too late. Thank you again, Hyperion subs, for the Hyperion Sun with an N. Thank you for the 10 gift subs again. I didn't really say anything about that, but thank you, dude. That's crazy. 10 gift subs is a lot. Thank you, dude. And Time0 for subscribing at tier 2 for 9 months. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Laundry is going. Things are being done. Let's get to work, shall we? Okay, so where do we begin? There are some details along, like, the lower area of the volcano. I know there's, like, a whole other railway that goes up here. But I think first I want to do this stuff. I want to take care of the chasm. What's that sword in the back from? That sword is the Master Sword up against the wall. The one on the sword is just a wooden katana that my grandpa made me. So, let's do this. Let's just move this all down. Oh. Whoa. What the heck is going on in here? Okay. This is gonna be quite the task. Oh yeah, we haven't done any caves yet, by the way. So, you know, we'll have to take care of the caves at some point. One point or another, I'm gonna have to finally stop being a baby and just do them. Bro got premium washing experience. Dude, you know what the worst part is? The worst part about it is that my dryer is, like, really bad. I have to put my clothes in for, like, 2.5 cycles. Almost 3 hours to get them to actually dry. So in, like, 50 minutes... Guys, can you remind me in, like, 30 to 60 minutes that I need to move my clothes to the dryer. Can you guys remind me? Because it takes like 3 hours to dry my clothes, and I don't want to be up until 3 a.m. waiting for them to dry. So, can you guys remind me? Just, you know, just remind me that I have laundry going. What up, Celios? If it takes that long, then normally does you're doing too big of loads. No, it's not the load is too big. It's that our dryer is broken. It's that our dryer is terrible and just doesn't really work that well. So I remember the day I moved in here. The day I moved into this apartment, I like washed my bedding because we had just moved, so I wanted to make sure my bedding was like fresh and clean after you know, moving and having it being tossed around in boxes all day. And our dryer was like not even properly connected to, like, you know, the exhaust vent. Our dryer wasn't even properly connected, so we had to, like, my brother and I had to figure out how to connect that ourselves because I guess the people who managed the complex didn't do that. So we had to, like, connect it ourselves, and then as I was drying it, I realized, like, oh, whoa, this dryer sucks. It usually only takes one cycle to dry my bedding. I've done an entire cycle, and it's still noticeably damp. And I had to stay up late the night I moved in here, despite wanting to go to sleep because I was tired from moving. I had to stay up late and wait for the gosh darn sheets to dry, and it was terrible. You have laundry going, by the way? Thanks for the reminder, Celios. I appreciate it. Yeah. Long story short, I hate my dryer. I hate it. My dryer is the worst. It sucks. It's awful. It doesn't dry very well. It has one singular job, and it's not even that good at it. So, but at least the washer is pretty good. It's pretty fast. Most other, like, washing machines that I've used take like an hour, but this one goes in like 30 to 40 minutes. And at first I was confused by it because I was like, I feel like my clothes aren't even clean then. But I don't know. It works. Hey, Grazzy, can you tell Celios that I say hi? Celios, Mighty says hi. Clean the lint trap? We do clean the lint trap. Trust me, it's not because I don't know about the lint thing. I do. I check it every time I run the dryer, and I clean out any lint that's in there. I know about that, guys. I'm not going to set my apartment on fire because I don't know about that. I'm very well aware of that. It's just a bad dryer. Some dryers have 2 lint traps. Ours doesn't. It's just a broken. It's just bad. It's just bad, and it's old, and it's annoying. Maybe the dryer is hungry. I suggest thermal paste. Oh my god, you guys. No way the thermal paste stuff is leaking into Twitch chat now. I can't even escape it anywhere. Why did somebody, like, take a bite out of this chasm? Like, there are 2 just, like, bites. Like, who did this? Who took a bite out of the chasm? They took a bite because it looked like Doritos mac and cheese. Oh, wait, we're talking about Doritos mac and cheese again, dude. That joke is like... How many years old is the Doritos mac and cheese joke now? How old is that? That's gotta be like 3 years old at this point, right? I, like, completely forgot about that until now. I haven't thought about Doritos mac and cheese for... I don't know. I did think about mac and cheese, though. Today, I did think about mac and cheese. Celio sent me a video about mac and cheese. And I skimmed through a video about mac and cheese that Celio sent me. So we do still talk about mac and cheese, but not Doritos mac and cheese. I wonder if I can implement the thermal paste thing into Five Nights at Grazzy's. Oh, God. Anything but that. Mac and cheese with barbecue sauce is actually fine. What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me? Mac and cheese with barbecue sauce? Did you pay attention to this chat? Yes, I pay attention to both chats. Mac and cheese with salsa is also Okay. Hold the phone. Time out on the field. When you guys say mac and cheese with barbecue sauce, are you talking about macaroni noodles with barbecue sauce, or are you talking about mac and cheese with barbecue sauce? Because if it's just the macaroni noodles, then, like, okay, it's still weird, but, like, I'm not gonna freak out. But if it's mac and cheese and, like, barbecue sauce, oh my god. I'm assuming your new cube arrived? Yes, it did. I got it. I got the new cube. It's awesome. Solve the cubes. Oh, we did. Mighty did redeem a cube solve. All right. All right, we got a cube solve, everyone. I'll wait for the ad break to be over on Twitch. So, to everyone who isn't aware on YouTube chat, again, I added new channel point redemptions on Twitch, on the Twitch channel. And one of the things that you can redeem with your points is a Rubik's Cube solve. So, we're gonna do that in a second. As soon as the ads on Twitch end, we're gonna do it. The first Rubik's Cube solve, and probably only Rubik's Cube solve of the night. Unless more people redeem it. Grazzy, pay attention to us. Dude, I literally look at YouTube chat. I literally do look at YouTube chat. I don't know why everyone freaks out and acts like I don't. I think a lot of YouTube chatters have trauma over being ignored by other streamers. Because a lot of streamers ignore YouTube chat. A lot of streamers ignore YouTube chat. And, like, I don't entirely blame them. Because a lot of the time, YouTube chat does get really annoying. However, I will still always look at YouTube chat. Alright. Twitch is back from the ads, I think. It's time to do a Rubik's Cube solve. Let me pull up the website. So, everyone can put in their prediction for what they think the solve is going to be. For the record, I average around 13 seconds to everyone who isn't aware. So, put in your guesses. Put in your guesses. You can see my current average of the last 5 solves is 11.8. Let me get my timer. Put your guesses in. 13.53. It'll be 12 seconds. 11.93. We're going to the second decimal point. So. Alright, it's scrambled. I need my light. Alright. We got more light. Alright. Closest guest went. I messed up my words once, so I tried to repeat it, and then I messed it up in the same way. Closest guess wins a happy feeling for getting it right. Alright. I'm scared, though. I always mess up on stream because I get nervous and I haven't warmed up. Alright. Here we go. Okay, I see the cross solution. Alright, here we go. Thank you, Liev, for subscribing in Tier 3, 12.22. Alright, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, okay. 13.06. Who was closest? Who got close to 13.06? Okay, all the people who just said 13 seconds, that doesn't count. All the people who just said 13 without the decimal point, it doesn't guess. Somebody guessed 13, it doesn't count. Someone got 13.3. Somebody guessed 13.5, 13.46. Okay. Mighty was really close. What did Mighty guess? Mighty guessed 13.53. Okay, so he was a little ways off. 13.22. Somebody guessed 13.22. Oh, in YouTube chat, somebody guessed 13.17. I think they were closest. Top Hat Yoshi, I think, had the closest guess. All right. Yippee for that. Oh, and just to confirm, there you go. All sides fully solved. That was a good scramble. That could have been better, but I got nervous at the end, and I got a lockup. I don't know if you guys saw that. I tried to like turn it, and it locked up a little bit. I got messed up a little bit at the end, but that's okay. It was still a decent solve. All right, I need to turn my light back off. All right, let's go back to Minecraft now. Now that the channel point redemption's out of the way. I think there's like a 15-minute cooldown on that redemption, so it's like every 15 or 20 minutes again, someone can redeem that. And make me solve a cube again. All right, so I'm trying to find all this. I never really explained what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to remove all the glass from the outside of this chasm here. Oh, hello. That's remnants of the Death Mountain smoke. What is that? What the hell is that? What? Whoa. Whoa, what the hell? What is this? I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. Does anyone know what this is? Is this like a reference to something? Elden Ring Fire Giant? Who the hell built this? I bet it was Toby. Toby. Yeah, it was Toby. Dang, that's really cool. When did that happen? Like, dude, things just show up on this map, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. Chubnox hyper-realistic. No, it's not hyper-realistic Chubnox. That's not what it is. I promise, it's not hyper-realistic Chubnox. I think I got all the glass, except those two bits, and a little bit down here. Oh, there's actually quite a bit down here. Fire Giant, Mogs, Chubnox. You take that back right now. Chubnox has... Chubnox has certain assets that simply can't be rivaled by the Fire Giant. Alright. We are not getting responded to, chat. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every time I look over at YouTube chat, it's always just people saying... He just never pays attention to YouTube chat. We are never getting responded to. I never see, like, actual questions or anything. I just see people complaining about me not reading YouTube chat. So then I don't read YouTube chat because it's all just people complaining about me not reading it despite the fact that I'm looking over and reading it. Like... We're asking stupid questions. That's probably part of why I don't respond to them. Some guy asking super bagels. Yeah, see, I don't answer questions that are, like, boring. Okay, no, I actually do have something to talk about, okay, with bagels. I know. Back to the whole bagel story. It's official. It's official, everyone. I'm done with Panera. Panera, I'm cutting it out of my life. I'm so sick and tired of Panera's BS, bro. It's so annoying. I got Panera for dinner today, and I was like, nope, it's the last time I'm doing it. It's the last time I'm doing Panera for dinner. It's the last time. New bagel story? It's not that crazy. It was just the same stuff. I order online ahead of time because they run out of bagels a lot. Panera usually runs out of bagels, so I order it on the app ahead of time so that I don't waste my time, like, going just for them to tell me, like, oh, we're out of bagels, you know? Liev, thank you for renewing your membership on YouTube, chat. 41 months. Wow, that's crazy. 41 months is a lot. Thank you, dude. What was I talking about? Dude. Yeah. No. Get that shiz out of here. Bagel story, bagels. So, I order it online ahead of time. I get to the Panera. They have my order ready. So, I get into the drive-thru lane, right? To, like, pick up my order. There's some, like, grandma in front of me, right? Anonymous gifter gave Panera a gift sub. Get them out of here. I do not want Panera's subscription. Thank you for the gift sub, dude. I appreciate it. So, I go up to the drive-thru and there's like some grandma in front of me getting her order really slowly. Whatever. Okay. It's okay. I don't fly off the handle that easily, you know? Whatever. I go up. There's 3 cars in the line, right? I've ordered my order ahead of time, so they have it ready, sitting on their counter. So I go up, and they're like, are you here to pick up an order? Yes, I'm here to pick up the order for me. And they're like, usually, if there's a line, they'll have you pull around to a parking spot so they can give you your order. Since they have yours ready, you know, it saves time for literally everyone involved. But they don't do that. They just tell me we'll have it ready at the window. And I'm like, okay. If you guys aren't sending me to a parking spot, then you must be pretty, like, you must be moving things along pretty quickly, you know? Like, 5-10 minutes go by, and I'm sitting in the line. I'm still sitting in the line, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. I finally pull up to the window after they take care of the people in front of me, and I get my order, and I go home, and I sit down, and I open the bag, and they didn't give me enough cream cheese for my bagels. They just didn't give me half of the cream cheese that I ordered. They didn't give me half of it. So I had 2 bagels, but I only had enough cream cheese for 1. So I basically wasted money on a bagel that I can't eat now because I don't have cream cheese for it, and I don't want to just eat the bagel plain. And I also lost money from the extra cream cheese that I paid for. So basically, I paid twice the price for my meal, which was really awesome. And get this, they do it all the time now. Literally 30% of the time, they get my order wrong now. I order 2 bagels and cream cheese, and they get that order wrong 30% of the time. Not only that, they've reduced the size of their cream cheese packets, so now I get less cream cheese for the price of the same ones that they used to give me that were bigger. And on top of that, the quality of their bread has just gone downhill. Their quality of bread has just gone downhill, downhill, downhill. Thank you for giving a sub to Panera Sucks. I appreciate it. Oh my god. I love bagels, but I only ever used to eat Panera bagels because the store-bought bagels are really bad. They're like the soft, chewy bread. They're just like lumps of bread, and I don't like that. I always liked the Panera bagels because they were firm, they were big, and they were like... okay, hold on. I always liked the Panera bagels because they weren't just plain shitty bread. But they are now. They're just plain bread now. I genuinely think that Panera has just started using store-bought bagels. Their bread just isn't the same as it used to be. And I'm just like... I'm done. I'm done with them. I'm sick of it. They get my order wrong 30% of the time and I end up losing money. They've decreased the amount of cream cheese they give me, and their bagels aren't as good as they used to be. I'm done. I'm done now. I'm done with Panera. Panera has lost a valuable customer. And I just finished using up my Panera gift card that I got for Christmas. So... that is the thing. I technically didn't lose money, actually, because I used a gift card when I bought it today. But still, the gift card went down in value. All right. Rant over. Bagel story finale has been told. Isn't the Death Mountain chasm the biggest chasm in Tears? Probably. I would imagine so. All right. So, I've cleared up all the extra glass from this thing, so now this might lag everything because this is a big thing that I'm about to do. I'm going to select this whole chasm. We want to select the whole thing. And move it downwards. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. It's a mess in here. We gotta fix this up first because what the heck is going on? I'm just gonna do this and this and do replace white stained glass air. Say goodbye to the builds inside the volcano. Yeah, this build's officially getting destroyed. And so is... I thought there was something else. I thought there was a second build down there. Is that the Elden Ring symbol? Yeah, it's the Elden Ring symbol, and then I think this is Volvogi. How do you... I don't remember the exact... Volvogi something from Ocarina of Time, I think. Are you going to build Moragia? No, I'm going to build the Gloom Eruption. We're probably going to do that this stream. I don't know. The bagel story took up a lot of discussion time, so maybe we'll run out of time for that. I plan on building it this stream. Because I think that'll be a cool thing to build on stream. Oh my god. What has happened to this chasm? Like, what is this? Why is there a hole through the I am lost. How's the build going? It's... I mean, we haven't really done anything this stream yet. But the project as a whole? Pretty good. Why is there a hole through the chasm? It's a large bagel. We're rioting against the large bagel chasm. It's actually such a shame. It might just be this specific Panera that I go to that's really bad. If I go to a different Panera, it probably won't be nearly as bad. But the thing is, like, this Panera I go to specifically because it's right around the corner from me. It's really convenient. So... I'm just done. That's right, Panera. You lost the Grazzy. I know. Pretty crazy. Alright, so now we've got... Oh my god, the lag. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit laggy because I'm doing a lot of intense stuff with Axiom here. Oh my goodness. Do I have everything in the middle? Oh my gosh. It's a disaster. Alright. We have the whole thing selected. Now we got to move it down into the ground. Grazzy, why is there an 100,000 redeem for nothing? It's so you can redeem nothing. If you don't want to redeem anything, then you can redeem nothing. Alright. Here we go. Let's do it. This might get laggy. Oh, I feel it. Do you guys see the lag? Oh, I shouldn't have done this on stream. Why do I hear Morse code? Alright, we're good. We're good now, chat. We're good. We're good. We did it, chat. Oh, no. Okay, so this is gonna be a lot more work than planned. This is gonna be a lot more work than we planned. Stream lagged so hard. What did you do? You literally saw me do it. I moved the Death Mountain Chasm down. I think we have to move it over slightly, though. Do we? And we can get away with where it is. This all has to go, though. What are you still doing here? Actually, see, this is a really big problem. The fact that there's stuff in the middle... Well, it actually shouldn't be a problem. We should be good. Alright. It's not deep enough? Yeah, that always happens with chasms. We have to fix that. Liev. And we got another Rubik's Cube redemption. Is it really time for another Rubik's Cube redemption already? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's get Liev's sign down though. Hold on. We're gonna put it right here. There's Liev's sign. And for that, the price is getting increased. The price is getting increased. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who wanted lower sign prices, but that can't happen. I have to increase the price now. Viewer rewards. Power-ups and channel points. Channel points. Where's write a sign? There it is. 15K. For making me write that. They went into an ad. Twitch went into an ad, so we're gonna wait and do the Rubik's Cube solve after. I got a Panera ad. Dude, they're listening. They're trying to win me back, and it's not gonna work. Panera wants to win me back, and I'm not gonna let them. Alright, we gotta get rid of all this. I'll just remove this by hand while we're waiting to start the Rubik's Cube solve. Has it really already been enough time for another Rubik's Cube solve? Procrastinating Rubik's Cube solve? I'm not procrastinating. Most of Twitch chat has an ad right now, so I'm waiting for them to get back so that they can see it. You think I would procrastinate a Rubik's Cube solve? Dude, 90% of my days nowadays are spent procrastinating by doing Rubik's Cube solves. I'm just gonna do this the smart way, because there's a lot more than I thought there was. There you go. Anonymous Gifter, gifting us up to Thunder Cube. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. I appreciate it. Laundry. Thank you for the laundry reminder, chat. How much time has it been? 40 minutes? Let's wait like 10, 15 more minutes. But thank you for the reminder, chat. You guys actually reminded me. Thank you, guys. YouTube chat came in clutch with the reminder, I got to admit. Okay, you guys can stop spamming it. I know. All right. It's Rubik's Cube solve time. All right. Let me get the scramble back out. Actually, let me switch back over real quick, because I need to open the website and not get doxxed by an ad. Alright. Oh, it shows up anyways, because I'm stupid. Never mind. Well, that ad probably didn't dox me. Alright, here we go. Everyone put in your guesses. Let me get my light on. Alright, I am using the scramble that the website generated. Last scramble, last solve was a 1306. Everyone put in your guesses. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no, I'm being stupid. Okay, that was pretty bad. 12.67 is good, but considering that the scramble, it should have been like an 11. I fumbled really bad. Who was closest? Somebody gets 12.76. They got the last two digits reversed. That's crazy. Somebody gets 12.76. That is so unfortunate for them. Wait, unless I saw it wrong. No, Hyperion Suns with the 12.76. Lots of people were close, but I think that was the closest. All right. Back to work now. What does the sign say? What do we think? Laundry, chat. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. But we gotta wait a little bit longer before laundry's ready. Alright. Oh, maybe we do need to move that over. There's an easy way to figure it out. No, it's pretty center. It's pretty central. It doesn't need to be... I know, I see a lot of people yelling at me to move the chasm, but, like, it's... well... Maybe over just a little bit. Well, I really don't think so. It's pretty central. Like, this is roughly the midpoint. It's a very rough estimate of the midpoint, but, like, right here-ish. Remember to hit record. I don't need to record this yet. It's really annoying to remove this now, but I guess I'll move it over. It's gonna lag again, everyone. Everyone prepare because it's going to lag again, but I have to move the chasm. It'll only lag for a few moments. There we go. Chasm moved. Chasm successfully moved. What have you done? Leaves game. I think I crashed Whale's game. I think I might have crashed his game. That didn't lag. Probably because it wasn't as long this time. This might lag, though, because I'm about to remove all of the white glass. No, that was pretty good. Okay. So now we've got a mostly complete... Mostly being the key word here. Mostly complete chasm all the way down. So all we got to do now is we just got to start removing the junk in the center. Oh no. I think people are crashing. 2 people have said, "What have you done? Oh no!" and then left the game immediately after. I think I might be crashing people. Okay. Imagine taking that out in survival. Yeah. Wait, I'm being stupid about this. Hold on. You know what I can just do? Oh, wait, I'm a genius. I might be the smartest person to ever live on this earth. I can just do this and then mask the surface and then... Okay, I might not be a genius. I might not be a genius. I meant to do this. Now I'm a genius. Except I meant to do it like this. Now I'm a genius. Oh my god, I'm such a genius. Now I just spam click, and voila. I'm hollowing out the chasm. It might be laggy, though. Just a little bit, maybe. How was your day been? My day was going great until Panera ruined it. Whoa. That's, gonna be a problem, actually. Okay, let's try this again without ruining everything because I'm stupid. That should make it less severe. Yeah, that's working a bit better. I'm just trying to remove everything inside the red tube, basically. But not anything outside the red tube. That's the goal here. It's okay if I remove a little bit, but, like, I don't want to remove, like, everything outside the red tube, you know? Which is why I'm trying to do this so carefully. Why is there, like, is this bite that's just, like, been taken out of the chasm? Like, is that supposed to be there? It feels like it's not supposed to be there. Alright, and now we have to do it the hard way. We just have to start carving it out. entirely from here. Oh, hello, glass. There's more of that there. Okay. And then, yeah, we just have to, like, dig down from here. Which, we don't have to dig that far. We also have to do this. This might get a little laggy. I'm taking it slow so it doesn't get laggy. Just slowly removing one layer at a time. This is what the depths look like under Death Mountain, by the way. Pretty interesting. We've got whatever the heck is going on here. And then I think... Where does the fire temple? I think this is the fire temple. This oddly square-shaped platform. If I had to guess, I would say the fire temple's around here. You know, just a random little hunch I have. There's a bunch of half-cooled lava clumps on the chasm walls. Ugh. Can you make this a mod on the Minecraft Marketplace? No. I can't. Because, one, I'm not going to make people pay for the map. Two, I don't think Mojang would allow it anyways. If I were to guess, building an entire AAA game in Minecraft like this, Mojang's not going to like that. So no, I can't. But I do have the Breath of the Wild map up as a world download for Bedrock Edition. So you can play it on Bedrock Edition, the Breath of the Wild map. But I don't know how to install maps on Bedrock. I don't play Bedrock, I just... Whoa. It's like an entire secondary... Is that there in game? Is there like a whole secondary tunnel? On the north side of the chasm? Does that exist? In Tears? Any smart people in chat know? Or is that fake news? I don't know. Not to my knowledge, I don't think so. Interesting. Okay. You know, we just have to remove these little bits and pieces. Drain 10. We can get rid of water by doing that. Let me check. I'm gonna definitely have to jump down the chasm myself to see what kind of stuff's going on down there. I might have to do it on a fresh file, because I don't know if it's different, like the amount of gloom that might be there. It might be time to check on my laundry soon. What do you think, chat? Should I go check on my laundry yet? I'll give it like a few more minutes. We can just do this. Because I'm gonna have to definitely look at what these dried magma clumps are. You can probably, yeah, you can like see all the way down into the depths from on the map because of this chasm. Oh, hello. There's a lot of stuff to fix here. I think I think I just saw more even further down that I missed. Here? Yeah. Oh no, actually no, it's not. The water's really annoying to fix. That's gonna be fixed up. Actually, we can just remove it. A lot of this is gonna get repainted, so we don't have to worry about like the blocks being perfect. As long as we get like the stuff in the middle fixed, those are the most important bits. What are you making? We're doing a giant volcano. If you're not familiar with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I'm building the whole game in Minecraft. So we have this big volcano. TotK sinkhole? Exactly. We're doing the Death Mountain chasm. And as you can see, it goes pretty far down. I'm going to be falling for a while. And then you make it into the depths. Laundry, thank you for the 100 bits. I know about the laundry. I'm giving it a few more minutes. Few more minutes. Few more minutes before we check the laundry. Should we do a prediction on whether or not the laundry's done? No, it's definitely done. 100% it's done. I know my laundry is done. I'm just too lazy to go check it. It actually might not be done. I don't know. It's a gamble. It's a gamble for sure. Yeah, if you're new to it, we're building the whole game. just thought I'd mention that if you're not familiar. Since it seems like it's your first time here. How do I say that name? I don't want to try because I'm going to butcher it. Run a poll. Prediction, is my laundry done? Prediction, is it done? I think it is. I think it's done. Thankfully, it's not in the dryer yet. I would have to do a laundry folding stream. Wouldn't that be awesome? Folding laundry stream? One day I'm going to start a stream, and it's just going to be me folding my laundry, and then as soon as I'm done, stop streaming. What do we think of that idea? Would you guys watch that? It'd be my most popular stream, probably. That stuff on the edges can stay. This one probably shouldn't. Laundry stream. Now, when it's done, I'm just gonna have to go move it over to the dryer, and then we'll be good for the rest of the stream. The best sound in Tears of the Kingdom. Whenever you enter the depths. That is a good sound. You should do a whole stream of just Grare. I don't think many people would want to watch that. Just a theory. Little theory. I don't think people are just going to want to watch my chair. I guess, who knows? Some of you freaks would watch it. How is the lava doing? Oh, yeah, because there was something that I destroyed. Alright, I think that's that done. Let's finish, Actually, should we finish the chasm? You know what? I'm just gonna go jump in the chasm. We're just gonna go up there right now, and we're gonna jump in the chasm. And we're gonna see. Can you guys see it? Did my capture card freeze again? No, it didn't. We're gonna go up and we're gonna check what's in the chasm real quick. We're just gonna jump down and we're gonna take a look for ourselves, okay? Why is there water and lava just floating? It's because there were water and lava pockets in the ground before I removed the ground. And the commands that I used to remove the ground didn't include water and lava blocks, so those got left behind. It's kind of like just pockets of ore that were in the ground before I destroyed them. Also, good look at the gloom here. I'm gonna build the bigger gloom strands. Unless these are the bigger ones? I don't think they are. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look. Ah, I see. Yeah, there's big, like, magma rock. Oh, I should try and not die, actually. Where is my armor? There it is. Yeah, look at that. Big chunks of, like, magma rocks. Okay. Oh! Oh, that's real. Wait, does that mean the extra hole is real? No, it doesn't look like it is. Unless it's further down. Okay, so that's real. So we do have to do that. Alright, I got it, Okay, so let's do the magma clumps. Oh, I messed stuff up here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of cleanup work here. Okay, so magma clumps. What should we do for the magma clumps? Do I have something? Do I already have like a preset of some kind for magma cracks? That's not what I'm looking for. Magma. Inner magma. No, that's the magma for the smoke. Is there any like lava? There's nothing. There's the Elden like crusted magma, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm thinking we just do like, you should use magma blocks for the magma. You don't say. You don't say. I'm thinking we do magma, gilded blackstone, and blackstone. That's what I'm envisioning here. And then we do a splatter noise pattern, and then we just do that. What do we think of that? I mean, yeah? Yeah? Do you have the magma talus done? Yeah, they're built... I don't know, they're somewhere. They're done. Somewhere they exist. More magma? Add orange concrete to go with the magma? I can get behind more magma. I don't think I can get behind, I don't think I can get behind the whole orange concrete idea. Orange concrete is too bland. It's too textureless. What we could do is we could do shroom lights. Do a small percentage. So we do 33, 30. We'll do 40 magma. And then we'll do 25% for both of these and then 10% shroom lights. Let's see how that works. Whoops. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. I think it was better before. Guys, I know I need to check laundry. I'm just trying to figure out this block palette. And then we'll figure it out. Sir, you mind explaining why your stream has a what ad? First of all, I don't even know what that is. Second of all, I don't control what kind of ads show up on my stream, I don't think. I don't think I like this. I think I liked it before, when it was just the 3 blocks evenly spread out. I don't like that. I'm going back to what it was. I think what it was before was pretty perfect, honestly. It looks too yellow. Oh my god. I think it's fine. I think this is fine. I don't think we should overcomplicate it by... It's too yellow. It needs to be more orange, red, like, lava-y. I think we just use the magma blocks and we call it. I think we just say that's good. I think we just say good enough. I still think it needs more magma. Okay, fine. We can do 40% magma. And then... let's do... We'll try 25, 25, 50. Okay, let me just make this a bit easier. How about that? I just feel like that's a little too much. I feel like that's too much. Let's do 40, 35, 25. Because the more magma we have, the more gilded blackstone we need to mix in with the blackstone better. I think I might go with that. It's pretty close to what we originally had, but it's also got more magma. I think we'll go with that. Alright, I need to check my laundry, chat. I need to check my laundry, but don't worry. I have somebody who can substitute as the host of stream. I have somebody who can host the stream for me while I'm gone. Here you guys go. This is the host of stream. Have fun. Good luck hosting stream. I'm gonna go move my laundry. I'll be back in like a minute. Done. Laundry was officially done. Laundry is officially in the dryer. Let's go. Good job hosting stream, buddy. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. Good job. I'm back. That was fast. I just had to move it over to the dryer. All right. Hope you guys had fun with the cat. No kitty. You can still see the cat. Don't worry. You can still see the cat. Zelda cosplay, you promised. I don't think I ever promised anything of the sort, actually. Well, I don't think I did anything like that, as a matter of fact. Probably should have smoothed this all out before I... Oh, hello, water. That's interesting. Dude, how is this one chasm taking, like, all of stream? We're actually just not gonna finish everything I wanted to. I think we do this, and then we just do the gloom, and if we have time, we can do other stuff, but, like, it's taking way longer than I thought it was going to. All of, like, the big things bulging out are the magma rocks. Like, this is probably a magma rock. This is definitely a magma rock. Then we have to re-add the bridge that was, like, in the middle. That should go near the bottom. Let's, like, we have to, like, smooth all of this out, though. And then we have to, like, fill this up. Like so. Smooth it out. Like so. And then it's gonna break towards the bottom because of the way I chopped all this out. Pretty good. The hole is real too, it just connects back to the main shaft. I guess I'll just give up on all of my dreams forever then, since I'm just terrible at everything, I guess. I'm connecting it back to the main shaft. I don't know how slowly it connects back up. I assume something like this should be fine. And then I can just kind of like melt this down a little bit. Smooth it out. You should make a YouTube short about Panera. Yeah. I'm sure everyone would love to see me make a YouTube short about Panera. I don't even make YouTube shorts period anymore. I just run out of ideas for YouTube shorts too fast. Gress you. Thank you for gressing me, chat. Oh my god. I literally searched for that secondary hole, and I couldn't find it. I didn't intend for it to sound like that. Make more secrets hidden on the map. People do love those shorts. People just gobble those up. Make a YouTube short on your laundry. Now we're cooking. Now we have some good ideas in chat. I've kind of like run out of funny, goofy little secrets that I can just show in a YouTube short is the problem. Like all the remaining secrets that I could like do are like big things that would require like a lot of context for, you know? That's the problem. I need to fill this gap up. Like so. Should be pretty good. That's a little too much. Too much in the filling the gap department. Like that. It's really annoying to do this part. And then if we smooth it out, it should be fine. Not there. What's going on here? Should have filled this part out a bit more. And then we should be good to smooth this out. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now there is the diagonal thing kind of near the bottom. We'll just say it's like here. I know it's a lot higher up in the original chasm before I accidentally destroyed it because I didn't think it was a real thing. But it's because the chasms that are generated are a little shorter than they're supposed to be. So it's fine to move it lower down. Nobody's gonna care, okay? I promise. And now we can do a weld, and we can just kind of connect it up a bit better. Like so. And then smooth it all out. And then color it all in. It's specifically between the hole. I hate when people fact check me. I think it is actually pretty easy to move. Theoretically, if I just do this. That's not quite what I thought would happen. Theoretically, if I just do that, yeah. And then we can just move it up and over. Oh, no, we have to redo it all. Me when I get fact-checked for doing things incorrectly on purpose because I'm lazy and I have to do my job. Ugh. I have my Switch running to check all your mistakes and stream snipe you. That's awesome. Really glad about that. No, it is actually good. It is actually good to hold me accountable when I'm being lazy. Whoa, why did that one get so fat in the middle? What happened there? Okay, that's better. And then once again, we just weld it to the wall. Just a little bit, especially in the under part. There we go. Then we smooth it all out. There we go. And then we do this. So we do this. And just color this whole area in. There's probably a good few more of these magma rocks that I've not colored. We're gonna color in some more of the random bulges with this thing. Just in random little spots like that. Because I got all the big, like, obvious ones, but something like this can probably be colored into one as well. Same with that. Same with that, probably. Probably too high up now. Maybe this. That's probably pretty good. I don't think there's many more near the bottom, right? It kind of just turns into the depth stuff. So I'm probably pretty good to just stop there. One thing I do want to do is I want to bring out the roughen tool. There's like one more beneath the pillar. All right, we can do that then. I'll just do it like here. I'll just add like a little bulge like that, and then I'm gonna save this as magma ball, just in case I need it later. We've got magma ball saved, and then we pull out the roughen tool. We go to 3 minimum faces with max ratio, and we just do a little bit of this. There we go. Just roughen everything up and make it look a bit more rocky. Except I don't want to just apply it to the surface. There we go. Should be better now. Get it a bit rougher in this area too. Because in some of the areas that I dug out, everything looks a bit too smooth, so that just helps roughen it out more. Okay, and now we need to do not any of these blocks. And we need to color with red wool. Except I want to mask to surface for this part. And then we just kind of color all of this junk. Color all the stuff that isn't a magma rock. And just be careful not to get the floor here. I came a little close there, but it should be fine. And then there we go. All connected up. And then once you get closer to the surface, there are these little pockets of gray. We're going to color those little pockets of gray with the Elden Cliff palette. Like so. Now, we smooth out the top of the chasm to fit with the crater, like so. Uh-oh. Whale redeemed to make the bed. Now, if you guys read the description of the Make the Bed channel redemption, you would see that it says, if you redeem to make the bed, and the bed is already made as it currently is, I have to unmake it. So, unfortunately, to everyone who wanted the bed to be made, no more of that. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. I'm actually upset about that, because you know what? I've been enjoying when I've had to make my bed. It's been nice at night getting into the bed, and it's like the sheets are actually evenly distributed. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Alright, so now we're going to do not this block, and we're going to pull out the magma crust. But first, just one little check to do that. Hello, lava that shouldn't exist. You need to die. Thank you. You're gonna have to make it and remake it again. If someone redeems to make my bed, I'll be okay with it this time. I would enjoy making my bed right now. Alright, so now I want to color a lot of this with the correct palette. Not all of it, but certain spots where it should be. Like around here, this spot should be colored with the palette a bit more like that, yeah. Same here. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a small painter like this. And I'm just gonna do... how does it look again? I should climb up there in-game. I want to double check. Hopefully my game hasn't frozen. Link, climb the gosh darn fence. I want to double check what it looks like with how the gloom connects to the rest of the volcano. Okay, yeah, so it's big random patches. So we need to do more of this. And then we need to, like, connect stuff together like that and have more tendrils. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll add, like, the actual strands and stuff later. They, like, come really far up. It is frozen. Ugh. Yeah, my capture card just likes to freeze a lot. I'm working to unfreeze it right now. Okay, so now if I open the switch thing, I should be able to unfreeze it. If I do that and then back to that, there we go. Yeah, so it's not really easy to see, but they're like it's basically what I have here. They're patches of it. I think that looks pretty good. We can see, like, the magma stuff down there. Interesting. Alright. Now, we are gonna finally color in all of the gloom, I think. I think it's finally time to color in the gloom. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, it's laggy. Oh my goodness. That looks crazy. The heck is this? Should we jump down it? Hwah! Ultimate Minecraft dropper. It actually takes so long to fall down, too. Cube was redeemed? Oh, we do have a cube redemption. All right. Kind of an easy dropper? Yeah. yeah, definitely an easy dropper. Alrighty. Why am I, like, over off to the side of my face cam? Alright, we got another cube redemption, which means it's time to solve the Rubik's Cube again. Everyone get your predictions in. Last solve was a 12.85. So we will see what it's going to be this time. Once again, I need to turn on my light. I need to grab my timer. Let's see what the scramble is. No, it wasn't a 12.85. It was a 12.67. All right. Scramble is generated by the website, so it is a legitimate scramble. I'm not rigging it. All right. I'm hoping for something good here. Hoping for something good. Let's check the scramble. Scramble's not looking excellent, I'll say. Scramble's not looking great, but there's potential here. Oh, someone got extremely close. Somebody got extremely close. Ezio was 0.02 off. Ezio was 0.02 seconds off. That's crazy. That was a good scramble. That was a really good scramble. Was anyone else close? No. Ezio was the only one that was really close. Did anyone else even guess an 11-second time? Nobody else guessed an 11, it doesn't look like. Dang. That was a good solve. That was a good solve for me. Not to pat myself on the back. It actually should have been better, to be fair. Honestly, with that scramble, it should have been better. My camera is, like, misaligned. Okay, there we go. Bad scramble, you say? Yeah, it wasn't looking that good. But then, like, the middle stage of the cube was... The middle stage of the solve was really good. The middle stage basically did all the hard work for me. And I was slow. Like, if I was not bad, that would have been better. Like, if I was actually warmed up and locked in, that would have been like a 10. Potentially a 9, but probably not. We need to make sure we fix all the little mistakes like that. There's probably a couple more, yeah. There shouldn't be any down here. They're going to be up near the top. Yeah. Like there. Looks like that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I think I want to try and do like the strands of gloom coming out the top. Does it make you feel bad that an 8-year-old is faster than you? Not really. They've got, like, little kids just got that dexterity. They've got that speed. Like, it makes more sense for the younger people to be faster. Obviously, at a certain point, like, I would be ashamed if, like, a 4-year-old was faster than me. But, like, an 8-year-old? No. Because for those who aren't aware, like, the best, like, Rubik's Cube solvers in the world are all, like, the... all, like, the fastest Rubik's Cube solvers in the world are, like, 8 years old. Alright. Yeah, so I want to do the strands of gloom that, like, stick out at the top of the volcano. But I believe the worst of the gloom, like, disappears, right? Like, it's not just this. There is more that's usually coming out before you, like, defeat Moragia, right? Or whatever it's called. Like, if I teleport away and look over, there's gonna be not much coming out of the top. We do have the cat song going right now. It's pretty awesome. So I'm probably gonna have to, like, pull up a different image. Where's Death Mountain? It's over there. I have like 20 to 30 seconds. Look ahead is as good as Panera Bagels. Yeah, there's no coming out from a distance. Yeah, my look ahead's my weakest point. It's what I'm trying to work on. Because I stopped doing solves for, like, years. And so I ingrained a bunch of bad habits into my brain. And it's like... Alright, Tears of the Kingdom, Death Mountain. Let me look at a good image of this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the gloom... The gloom in pre-conquered state is crazy. I'm not seeing, like, a good image. I guess I have another file on my Switch I can just move over to. And I think I'm in the area, too. So let me just return to title screen. I start spamming soon during F2L. That's not my problem. I just start doing inoptimal solutions to certain pairs and cases when I know of better solutions to certain pairs, but I just do them wrong anyways because I'm trying to turn too fast. Have you considered building Donkey Kong Bonanza? I haven't played it, so not really. Oh, God. So, like, how am I gonna build that exactly? So how do I build that? Yeah, this isn't gonna be that easy, I don't think, chat. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Let me take a screenshot so I can zoom in on just the fog smokiness so that you guys can see it better. So, like, what do I do? So, like, how do I do this? That looks so easy. Yeah, you're right. It looks so easy. It looks really easy. It looks really easy. I really don't actually... I genuinely don't know how I'm gonna do this. Just forget it and build Moragia instead. Why would we build... We just spent an hour and a half working on the chasm going down. Why would I immediately cover it up with Moragia? Rework the smoke from Breath of the Wild? The Breath of the Wild smoke is too different. The Breath of the Wild smoke came out as like a funnel from the center, but this like seeps out over all of the edges. The Breath of the Wild smoke is too different to simply rework into this. I'm really just trying to think here. I have an idea. Redeem solve Gigaminx for 15,000. It would take a lot more than 15,000 channel points to get me to solve a Gigaminx. Enslave Halziki and make him do particle command. Yeah. No. That won't work from a distance. I have an idea. I know. Groundbreaking stuff. I have an idea. But I don't know how much it's gonna work. But we could try it. Oh my god, somebody redeems for me to make the bed. Alright. Well, I guess instead of doing that, I would definitely rather make the bed. So, I need to increase the price of all these things. It's too easy to get me to, like, do this stuff. I really messed it up, too. This isn't easy. This is gonna take me a moment. I hope you're happy. I'm happy. I'm glad. Move this away. Alright. Let's fix this thing up. Let's fix this thing up. It's actually not going to be that bad. I really didn't mess it up. It looked like I messed it up really bad, but I didn't mess it up that bad. I just have to do the other side now. Yeah. I'm actually very glad about this. I'm glad I'm going to have my bed made when I go to sleep later. Look at that. So nice, so pretty, so awesome, so spectacular, and just so amazing. Ugh. Please, nobody redeem to make me destroy it now. Please. I will be very annoyed if I have to destroy this again. Right. Blanket is folded up. Now we get it onto the back of the thing. There we go. Bed's been made. Alright. Alright, where were we? Alright, I need to come up with my plan for doing the gloom, smoke, fog stuff. And my glasses are smudged. Alright, here's my idea. I need my thing. It's on the inside. There we go. Alright. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. So, most of the gloom is like these long, thin strands, right? So what we're first gonna do is just mark out these strands, right? We're gonna start putting in strands. Except not like that. It's not quite what I wanted. I just want like individual blocks. So let's say we have like this. So we have this one strand, right? So now we're going to use the path tool and we're going to connect them all up with a simple line. Like this. Not a curve, a line. To emphasize the harshness of, like, the gloom stuff. Whoa, that's not where I meant to go. So we have it like that, and then we do... And then we can grab specific points, and we can override the radius and make it bigger or thinner. Like so. Whoa, I keep selecting the wrong thing. So then we can take this point, we can override the radius, and we can make it too thick, so that part is thicker. We can make this part also too thin. And then at the base, we always make the base 3 thin. The tip should probably go down to like 0. Did it even change? Yes, it did. There's no override depth, which is annoying. Move the inner gloom further up? Yeah, we probably will. So, my plan is to do strands like this. Except, I don't like that. I don't want it to curve, but I don't want it to be that sharp. So we do something like that. Way bigger. Relax. We're going to be making a ton of these. We can make bigger ones. We can make smaller ones. Relax. Calm down. And then at the end, once we have a bunch of these strands like coming out, we can basically put in a giant sphere in the middle like this. And then we make that sphere, like, not obviously full. Like, we're not just going to put down a sphere and call it good. But we, like, remove a lot of it and we make it a lot of air, but a lot of, like, glass as well. That's my thought. That's what I'm thinking. That's the plan. Will it work? I don't know. We'll find out. I think it's the best option. And again, we can make smaller strands. We can make bigger strands. There's a lot of things we can try here. So let's see. We'll start marking out new strands. Some of them should be a lot more straight as well. So, like, this one can kind of be more straight. Like so. Maybe make this one a little bigger. Why is that changing like... Oh, I'm stupid. Override the radius, make that part smaller. Override the radius, make this part a little bigger, maybe. Maybe... Oh, that looks really weird. This piece needs to get... Whoa! What the heck? I don't like how big that is. Let's just go back down to 3 for that piece. Why does it like twist like that? Why is it twisting? I mean, it's kind of cool, but I don't understand why it's deciding it needs to do that. Like, what makes this straight line decide, you know what? I'm gonna twist around like that. I don't understand. But, I mean, I guess it's cool. There's that, like, huge strand as well we have to do. We need to... I think we should probably start with one of the really big strands next. We should do, like, the big strands so we can get an idea... Because I don't want to make them all and then it's, like, too small, you know? I don't want to do all of them and then the whole thing is too small. So let's try and do, like, that big main strand. Which should probably come up pretty central, but not entirely central. And then it comes really, really high up. All the way out, like, here, potentially. Do we think that's too far? No, I think that's pretty good, actually. I think that's pretty good. I need to start recording this part. I think that's pretty good. So let's do path, and let's start tracing it out. Do a depth of, like, 7, radius of 5, depth of 9, radius of 7. Oh, there's no. I was right the first time. There's just override radius stuff going on that makes it look weird. Like, I don't want these override radius points right here. Why is it twisting again? I don't understand why it decides it needs to do that. The problem is that there's no override depth option, which is a little annoying, but I don't think it's, like, a huge deal. Because, like, I'm thinning it out this way, but not horizontally. Or not vertically, I mean. Grazzy, guess what? I ordered Panera. That's awesome. It's not, actually. Panera stinks. Hey, Grazzy, you have laundry. Thanks, Celios. I appreciate the reminder. Unfortunately, the chat already reminded me, and I already moved it over to the dryer. But thank you for reminding me. Chat is so helpful. Everyone is so helpful. My friends support my endeavors with laundry. Do we think that looks bad? I think that kind of looks bad. How many months / years do you think it'll be until this project is finished? I know you've probably been asked this a million times. I'm just curious. I hope to be done before 2028. That's the plan. The Breath of the Wild map took me like 3 years. I think I could do Tears of the Kingdom faster. It's just a matter of, am I going to spend as much time on this map as I did the Breath of the Wild map? And the answer to that question, no. I think I will spend more. I don't think I'll be building as much on this project as I did on Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild was my main focus. But now that I'm on Tears of the Kingdom, this isn't my main focus anymore. I want to focus a lot more on other projects. So, overall build time, I think, is going to be shorter. But in terms of length, like total time from start of project to end of project, it might be longer than Breath of the Wild. So it could be like 3 years, could be 4. Hoping to be done before 2028. What do we think of that? I think what I need to do is I need to do a little teeny bit of melting. Like that. Except I need to be a bit more elegant with how I do it. I need to use a square. That changes pretty much nothing. And I just think I need to start chopping out little bits of it. Are you gonna build the rock monster? No. Because that just would defeat the gloom fog. It would remove the gloom fog. It would make it so you can't jump through the Death Mountain chasm. Oh my god, wait, that looks crazy on the map though. The like geometrical, like sharp shapes look really good on the map. But I don't like this point being so thin. Yeah, and then we just cut out bits to change the verticality of it as well. The vertical depth instead of just horizontal depth. Do we like that? I guess we won't really know until there's more in place. I think it'll look fine once there's a lot of that. Maybe. What about caves? I mean, we're doing the caves. I just haven't done any yet. But they will be done. eventually. Are any of these caves going to overlap with the chasm? No, they shouldn't. Wait, make a smaller funnel and then paint it with noise painter in the Wardley present and then cut the blocks. That's probably what I'll... Similar to what I'll do. I was wondering if you ever played any MMORPGs. I don't think so. Do you only play single-player games like Zelda? Usually, I tend to gravitate towards single-player. Usually, I tend to gravitate towards single-player games, yeah. Because most multiplayer games end up being, like, competitive. I have been playing some, like, party games recently with some other YouTubers. Games like Peak. We've been playing Peak. We've been playing like these co-op horror games that are really bad. But for the most part, I just do play single player games.
Hello, Grazzy. Hashtag taste the base.
Thank you, FPI, man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, I guess. I guess it's good to see you. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. Honestly, lately, I haven't been playing a lot of games, because I don't try new games a whole lot. Because I'm always afraid of, like, oh, this game is going to start taking up so much of my time now. Mostly what I've been doing lately is I've been playing Minecraft during the day, because, you know, it's my job. I've been working on second channel stuff. I've started the next build for my second channel. So that's pretty cool. And then... in my free time, I've been doing a bunch of cubing. So, because I've been doing a bunch of cubing, I haven't been playing, like, any games lately, apart from Minecraft. You planning on making any builds for Java? What? You mean for Java Edition? Because all of my builds are for Java. I play Java Edition.
You guess? I guess chat will revolt. Hashtag taste the pate.
Thank you for the 2 again, FBI man. I still will not be searching for that tube of thermal paste that's somewhere in my apartment. Somewhere in my apartment. I don't know exactly where. I do know exactly where. I might know exactly where. I probably know exactly where. Oh, and just as I started talking about it, we have another Rubik's Cube solve redemption. Dude, I might have to turn down the frequency of these Rubik's Cube solves because they're getting redeemed literally every, like, 20 minutes, it feels like. Alright, so speaking of cubing, someone on Twitch just redeemed for me to do a Rubik's Cube solve. So, here we go. Everyone, put in your predictions for the time in the chat. My last solve was 11 seconds and 11.52 seconds. So put in your guesses to the second decimal point. You gotta put into the second decimal point. Don't do 14, do 14.00 or 14.32. Alright. Get your guesses in. So once again, I'm using a scramble that the website generates. So it is an official scramble. I'm not rigging it. If you are a cuber who's knowledgeable, you can follow along the scramble and see me get the same one. All right. Let's take a look. All right. This might be decent. It looks decent so far, the scramble. All right, here I go. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no, I messed up big time. Is that a +2? So for those who aren't aware, if you fail to do the final turn of a cube, you have to add 2 seconds. And it looks like it's pretty in the middle. I can't tell if that's a +2 or not. What do we think? Do I add 2 seconds onto the solve for that? Do I add 15? I think it's a +2. I'm pretty sure that that turn is not... If it was like this, it would count. If it was like this, it would count. But I think it was barely like that. I think it's a +2. Which means 14.31, a pretty bad solve, +2. So I don't think anyone was close to 16.31. Everyone had too much faith in me. They thought it was going to be a good solve, and it wasn't. My bad. Sorry for ruining the believers' days.
Are you really cubing instead of eating thermo paste? Hashtag taste the
I'm
paste.
always cubing.
Left magnifying glass emoji. Right magnifying glass emoji.
No,
Left
shut
magnifying
up.
glass
I don't know how to
emoji.
skip.
Right magnifying glass emoji. Left magnifying glass emoji.
I don't
Right
remember how to
magnifying
skip
glass
alerts. I don't remember. I don't remember how to skip alerts. It's okay, I forgive you. Who was actually closest then? Whoever guessed highest was probably closest. Okay, I appreciate Voxel Riffs for the faith with a 10.14. I appreciate the faith there. Everyone guessed around 12, 11. Yeah, I don't even know who was closest. You guys always have so much faith in me. Okay, I appreciate it, though. I think Ezio was actually the closest again because he guessed 12.87, and nobody else guessed above 13. So I actually do... No. Ace. Asymmetry guessed 13.22, so he was closest. Asymmetry was closest. Thank you for the 5 again, FBI man. Thank you. Asymmetry, let's go. Yeah, see, the problem is, like, I can average in the 12s and 11 seconds, but that's when I'm actually, like, actively doing multiple solves back to back. When I just randomly do one solve, it's like, it's a lot more varied. But I think that makes it a lot more interesting to guess for, because if I was warmed up and I was doing well on every solve, then it would just kind of be boring, because it's just like, oh, well... just guess like mid-12 and you'll probably be pretty good, right? But because I'm not warmed up, it could be anywhere from a 10 to like a 16. What is this music? What is playing? What is this? The Minecraft soundtrack, but it's Midwest emo. Okay. Why did this start playing? I was kind of liking that, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of liking that. Let's go back to the actual stream playlist, though. I don't know why it turned off the stream playlist again. Alright, we're back on the stream playlist. Whoa! I did not mean to press and do all that. Let's do, like, 2 for the radius there. And we can have, like, a chunkiness in the middle. Again, it's rotating. Why does it want to rotate so badly? I don't know. We may never know the answer to that question. It's funny, I've gotten that too. I was low-key liking that, honestly. Have you listened to GD Clubstep on piano? I mean, I haven't gone out of my way, but I've seen enough, like, completion videos of, like, Tartarus to have heard it. It just loves to twirl. It does. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, like, curious as to why that happens. Why does it decide that it needs to twirl every single time? Beat a coup? I beat a coup like 3 years ago, bro. To all the GD heads in my chat, I've beaten Cold Sweat. Cold Sweat is my hardest. At the time of me completing it, it was like 88 on the list? Somewhere around there? It was like 80s or 90s. It took 54, somewhere around like 55,000 attempts. My brother and I were racing to beat it. He beat it before me, but he took 20k extra attempts than I did. So like, who really won, you know? Who was the real winner? I don't really play GD much anymore, though. Because, like, I just can't justify the time it takes. Because, like, my main interest with GD comes from, like, either beating a new hardest or, like, building layouts. But I've kind of built so many layouts and I've kind of ran out of ideas, so I can only build layouts, like, occasionally before I get bored again. And at this point, beating a new hardest involves putting in, like, 70,000 plus attempts. And it's like, I just can't justify the amount of time that takes anymore. I can't do that anymore. I cannot spend, like, 20 hours a week playing a new hardest. As much as I do want to beat a level like Edge of Destiny. Wait, do you post them? I think I have, like, a secret channel where I've posted a couple. I have a secret little channel that I posted. Okay, I had a secret channel that I posted one layout on, and it got like 1,000 views. So no, not really. I just kind of build them myself for fun. Some of them are actually like serious layouts where I'm trying to make something cool and unique. But then some of them are just like, I made an Aternus remake recently, just because it was fun to build an Aternus level. I've had this idea for a level. Oh, actually, I don't want to say that because I don't want someone to snipe my idea. I've had a really cool idea for a level that I've wanted to build for like months and months and months now. But I just haven't had the like layout building energy to like get down to it and actually do it. But I have a really cool idea. The idea is something that I would like actually want to like post somewhere and share. So I'm not going to say it because I don't want someone to steal my idea. Why did these chunks just decide they needed to unload? What's going on here? Hello? You want to load? I guess we're waiting. Build on stream one day? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe at the end of the stream I can pull up GD, play some of my levels. Hello? Can we load these chunks, please? What is going on? Any day now, you can load. Like, I don't know what we're waiting on. I was going over the top of Deco and stuff, and it kind of made me step back from GD a bit. I used to try, when I was way younger, I actually tried decorating levels and like making feature-worthy levels. I was never that good at decorating. But at some point, I was just like, I don't care about decorating. I just want to build fun layouts. Dude, can these chunks just, like, what is going on? Why do these chunks just randomly decide, let's unload, and then refuse to load again? I love Minecraft. It's so awesome. Okay, are we... I think I have all the chunks I need to load. Loaded. Also, it appears that all the gloom, like, goes south. It appears that it kind of is, like, pushed this way. I had 35 to 76 on Prismatic. Nice. I tried making a top one called Flaring X with the constant fight for top one, made me think otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of into doing the same stuff when I was younger, but at some point I was just like, no, I don't care about that. I don't care to like share my levels and like try to make the new top one or do anything like that. I never tried to make a top one, but I tried to do like really hard extreme demons and get verifiers to beat them. But because I was a little kid who thought I was gonna get like Trusta to verify my terrible extreme demon layout. I was like at the peak of my GD career, by the way, I was 13. I was 13 years old when I was like really big, like really into GD. So I was like one of the stereotypical like cringy GD kids who's like, you know. Oh, we got the cat song again. But like at some point I was just like, I don't care. I just want to make a fun layout. I just want to have a cool level to play and say I made this. I don't even care about like sharing it with people much. Like I'll share my layouts with my friends and be like, yo, look at this cool thing I built. But like other than that, I don't really share them. You show them your straight fly challenge? You mean the upside down reverse mini ship one? That one was so evil. Oh no, you mean the dark spike gap. Oh my god, dude, that one was terrible. That one is so terrible. F that level. Okay, let's get a few more strands, like big strands going kind of up in here and like this direction. And then we'll add some like smaller strands coming out around the in-between spots, maybe over here. What's the name of your account in GD? It's Grazzy with 2 Y's. That should be my account. Alright, so yeah, let's get a couple more big ones. We'll have this one like come down a little lower maybe, like here. Not as long. Not as, well, no. There's one on the side here that goes like straight up. Let's do the one that like goes almost straight up in the air. It kind of goes up like that. We should have some longer ones that go like straight up. Because there are a couple that do that. I should do block air so I'm not replacing the volcano blocks. Oh my god, is it twisting again? Like that. Override radius, go down to like 1. Override radius here, go down to 2. Override radius here, go up to 4. Sure. Whoa, that was a drastic change in music. And then this seems to be like lower. Maybe over there more. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Why are you not doing Moragia? Because it would be a lot cooler to have the gloom fog, I think. And on top of that, if we built Moragia, you can't jump into the chasm and go into the depths. And I want you to be able to jump through the Death Mountain chasm. I guess either way, the gloom, like, glass is going to be in the way, but I still want it to be, like, feasibly, theoretically possible for you to actually, like, climb over all the gloom and then jump in. But if we built Moragia, then you wouldn't be able to. Because, like, I think Moragia would look cool up close, but if you're, like, way other way, like, other place in the map, I think it would look significantly worse. Okay, I think that's looking pretty cool. Once we get smaller strands and more, like, random mist, I think it's going to be good. Let's do, like, one more over here that goes pretty upwards, pretty straight. I think it should go over here a little bit to, like, here maybe, but generally pretty straight. You could build part of Moragia. It wouldn't be totally accurate, but it would be super cool. I still think, honestly, even disregarding the whole thing about, like, going into the chasm, I still think it's far cooler to have this, like, the gloom, whatever it is. I think this is far cooler looking than Moragia. Let's not override that radius. Let's override this one's radius to 4. One angle Moragia, one angle gloom stuff. There's no need to complicate it so much. It was just getting out of control at that point. Getting out of control at that point. Okay, I forgot to, like, cut out bits of this one. So I should probably do that. then cut out a little bit there. It doesn't matter too much when we get lower down, but I'll do it anyways. Cut out like... Ooh, I want to cut out that one like there. Yeah. Cut out there. I want to cut off the bottom part of this a little bit and then mesh that together a little bit better. Yeah. Heck yeah. I still can't get over how when you built the Deku Tree, it looked like a tipped over McDonald's fries. What? Huh? A tipped over McDonald's fry? What? What are we talking about? Alright, so now I'm gonna reduce the size of these things, and we're gonna make smaller ones similar to this one. So we'll have one like here. We'll have another one here. Except I need to be more careful with it. We'll put one here. We can have like a duplicate strand coming off here and going like up like that. Let's do these ones. It was a giant Coke can before you colored it. I do remember it looking like a Coke can. That part is true at least. So let's try connecting these up now. If it twists again, I swear. It twists! Why does it feel the need to do that? I just don't get it. I don't understand. What gives it the desire to twist? We may never know. Red body with yellow roots. I guess that's true. But the roots did not look like fries. They were too, like, you know, like too wobbly. Override radius. 1. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Override radius there. I don't need to do much more work with these small ones in terms of, like, shaping, because they just are small enough to where they don't need it. I just got here. What you doing? We're doing the gloom, like, smog that comes out of the top of Death Mountain. Let's do this one now. Like so. Microwaved McDonald's fries. Okay, microwaved McDonald's fries, sure. I can get behind that. I can understand that much. Yeah, that looks good. Then we have the offshoot. Actually, have this one come down a little bit more. The more I do this, the more I realize that just adding random, like, glass and smog to it isn't gonna really work. I'm getting nervous for how this is all gonna tie together. I don't think it's gonna tie together super well. I am slightly worried about that. What's up, J-Dude? Welcome, welcome. Why are we trying to figure out the perfect foot type to... What is FTY? What does that even mean? Am I stupid? Okay. There we go. We need smaller tendrils now that come further up along the back. But if we go down to, like, this area, I want to just take a look. Like, how does this look if we stand here? I think that looks pretty good. Once it's, like, more complete, I think it's gonna look cool. That's the thing, though. We need to make it look more complete. Alright, I need to go restart the dryer for my laundry, I think. I know, laundry stream part 2. It's crazy. I might also get more water and use the bathroom. So, I will be back in a couple minutes. I will once again leave you guys in the company of my cat. But I'll allow you to keep looking at the Death Mountain smoke because it looks really cool. Have fun with the cat, guys. Returned. Hopefully the cat treated you guys well. Hopefully stream with the cat was alright. Alright, let's get back to work. Okay, so I did a lot of thinking while I was restarting my laundry and refilling my water bottle. No, I didn't. I completely lied. I still don't exactly know how this is all going to come together in the end. Let's start looking at empty spots. Big empty spot right here. We need a tendril. Probably there as well. Couple here. So we can do like an offshoot of this one and come up here. Grazzy, you should dress up as a cat. How about I don't, actually? Yes, we definitely need a tendril like that. 100% we do. By the way, I'm intentionally outlining the lines with red wool and actually coloring them with concrete so that I can remove the leftover red wool bits that are left here without getting in the way of the concrete and everything. So I don't like that this one's at the same level as this one right next to it, so I'm gonna increase its height a little bit. Just to get it out of line with that tendril. Like that is probably good. Dress, you should do a furry Why is everyone talking about a furry cosplay now? What, because we talked about dressing as a cat? I mean, technically the maid outfit I wore all the... Actually, I'll stop talking. Red glaze terracotta could look good. Red glaze is a bit too bright, so we'll have to use it sparsely. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need one coming up like here. Yeah, this is a big empty spot that needs to be filled right there. I'm kind of doing larger tendrils again. But it's fine, I think. I think what we have to do... So my original idea was, oh, let's do... the large tendrils like this, and then we just kind of add random bits of glass to, like, fill up the air around it. But I don't think that's going to work. What I think we need to do is these tendrils need to be a lot more solid blocks, and then we add a bunch of, like, wispier, foggy tendrils all around. Like, a bunch of foggier tendrils, right? So it still has, like, that kind of wispy strand look. Like, they still look like strands of gloom. And then we can kind of fill it out with random blocks after the fact. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger, actually. The override radius is kind of messing things up, though. And it's twisting again for some reason. That should fix that. This piece needs to be moved up more like there. Should be good. I will never meow on stream for free. That's never gonna happen. Not for paid either. I won't do it for money either. Just FYI. Am I lagging out? Why is this not working? Oh, okay. It just... Oh, because I have a radius of 1. That'll do it. Just got off work. What did I miss? We've done the chasm going down through Death Mountain. And we have been working on the gloom strands that are shooting out of the mountain. I am still recording. Good. Can you bark for us? Nope, I'm not gonna bark either. First of all, I'd be a fool to do that for free. Second of all, I'd be a fool to say I would do it for money because then people are gonna pay money to see me do it. So, I'm just not gonna do it, period. No matter what. See? I've beaten the system. I've figured it out. Okay. I'm trying to think, is that enough of the salt? Oh my god. Okay. I think now we need to do a bit more of wispy tendrils. So, we're gonna change block, and we're gonna be a lot more, like, sporadic and not care as much about this. So, we're gonna change to black wool. And we're gonna do a lot of, like, wispy... I mean, they're gonna look the same in a lot of ways, but they're gonna be colored differently, essentially. They're gonna be colored differently, so they're gonna fill up a lot of the empty space, but not have the solid tendril look. They'll still look a bit like tendrils, but they'll be not as full. So we'll just do stuff like this kind of deal. Let's go down to 2, 3. Yeah, so we'll do something like this, for example. We're not going to care about it too much. We're not going to try and perfect it because it's going to be a lot of air. A lot of it's just going to be air. Need taller tendrils. They are way shorter than they should be, in my opinion. I don't know. Like, hold on. Let me go to the same spot I'm standing in game. I'm standing right above this shrine. I mean, I don't know. The size looks pretty similar to me. Maybe I think we're missing a tendril there. There needs to be something there. I don't think it really needs to be much bigger. Like, maybe it's slightly smaller than it should be, but, like, I don't think that's really a problem if it's slightly smaller than it's supposed to be. Because if we, like, go from a real far away... I think that looks fine from a distance. What do we think? Do we think we need to extend any tendrils, guys? I want to hear some opinions from everyone. Because I don't really think we do. Maybe we can extend them a little bit. Like, we can extend a few so that they're... the longest ones are a bit longer. But I don't think we really need to do much work on extending them. It's good in my opinion, no. Doesn't really matter, they look fine from far enough away. Okay. Maybe make them bigger. Well, we'll see. Once we get closer to the end... Once we get closer to the end, we can decide if we need more. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the red concrete for a second, because we're definitely missing, like, a good tendril here. I'm actually going to make it come, like, further back. Like this. Like that. I think that's a good spot for it. Yeah. Except I'm going to pull this back out here and then put the base further down. Except, whoops. Oh, I can't do that. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, I'll just do it, like, here then, and then I'll do one line connecting it back. There we go. There we go. Do we lace the tendrils with concrete, wool, and glass? Probably should be a good decision texture-wise. Yeah. So what I'm currently thinking, the red tendrils are going to be pretty solid. They're going to have, like, some glass and stuff in them, but for the most part, they're going to be solid blocks. And then we're adding all of these black tendrils. The black tendrils are going to be colored with mostly glass. So they're going to be more wispy, more see-through, a lot more like fog. They're going to be fog, but they're still going to have that sort of, like, tendril shape. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea that I'm going for here. And then in the end, we'll add, like, even more, like, glass and just random stuff around to the area to really, really fill it out. Because if most of it's glass, we need the tendrils, the main tendrils, to be, like, full blocks. We need the tendrils to be full blocks so that they stand out more against the wispy fog look. God, it's already 10 p.m. for me almost. Oh my goodness. I need to stop being as much of a perfectionist with the black tendrils so we can get more of them out. Oh, that one, like, curls back in. I like that. Oh my god. It looks like an enormous spider is, like, crawling out of the top of the volcano. Wait, you're in CST? I live in Nebraska. That's public knowledge. I'm fine with sharing that. So yes, I'm in CST. And yes, I can confirm, nothing happens here in Nebraska. Before you ask, because I know you were going to ask. Stream's still going? We haven't finished a quarter of what I thought we could. I thought we could do this and, like, everything else about Death Mountain today. And it's safe to say that's not going to happen. Wait, same. That's really cool. You live in Nebraska, too? Yeah, it's really funny, because I've talked about this before on stream, obviously. I always say, like, oh, I live in Nebraska. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen anyone else say, oh, wait, so do I. Literally never. I've never heard a single person say, wait, I live there too. And it's really funny, because it just goes to show how few people are here. It's actually Like, not even that empty. It's really not as empty as people think it is. Unless, if you're on, like, the eastern border of Nebraska, there's actually a pretty, like, good amount of stuff going on. But if you're anywhere, like, middle left side, there's nothing happening. Literally nothing happening unless you're on the right side of the state. Dude, I live in Nebraska. Yeah, a lot of my... So now we suddenly have, like, everyone here in Nebraska? Wow. Correction, it goes to show how few people have their internet. Few people there have internet. I don't think that's exactly what it means. It's really funny, though, because, like... my, like, family members are always, like, meeting people who, like, know me in my channel. Because, of course, like, my grandparents especially, you know, they tell everyone, like, my grandson's a YouTuber. And, like, I've heard, like, 4 or 5 different stories where my grandparents are like, I told my old work friend about your YouTube channel, and their grandchild watches your videos. And it's really funny, because I always encounter people who, like... know people that know me, or know people who know me, but I never meet anyone who's known me. Probably because, you know, I'm a YouTuber. It's not like I'm leaving the house every day and, like, going strolling down the streets, you know, to meet new people. But it's just really interesting to me how many people, like, I know people who know me, but I've never met anyone who knows me. I've never been, like, recognized in public. Well, I have once. One time. And that's the crazy part. The one time I was recognized in public, I was at, like, 60,000 subscribers, not even. That's the craziest part. The craziest part is I'm at 360,000 now. The only time I've been recognized in public, I was at, like, 50 or 60,000. That's what makes it really crazy. There are a lot of people in my family who are from and live in Nebraska. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I like it here. I don't really have any plans to, like, move away or anything. Partially because, like, all of my family is here. So, you know. It's not going to make it desirable to just move. But I like it here. I don't hate it. Ain't it cold as hell? It doesn't get super cold. Like, usually, nowadays, we have, like, 1 or 2 weeks in, like, mid to late January, where it goes down to, like, -10, -20 for, like, a week, and then we're back up into, like, the 20s. This year, it's been a pretty warm year. We had, like, we have, like, one really bad bout of cold, and even then, it's not, like, I'm gonna die if I go outside, you know. Oh, the black tendrils are real. Wait, I'm kind of starting to consider just making... no, we should stick to making the black tendrils more wispy. We should stick to that idea. But yeah, it gets really humid here. It gets humid as hell in the summer, and I hate it. I hate the summertime because I can't step outside for 5 minutes without sweating. Because I take daily walks every day where I just go out and I walk around the neighborhood. Because, you know, I'm cooped up in my bedroom all day working on YouTube. So I like getting fresh air. So I take sometimes multiple walks in a day where I just walk around for 20, 30 minutes. And I can walk pretty much any day in the winter because it doesn't get cold enough. Like, again, sometimes it's too cold for me to take a walk when it gets, like, below... If it's, like, below 20 and there's wind, no, probably not going to take a 20-minute walk. But in the summer, it sucks. Because the summertime is constantly 80 degrees, super humid. So I just get sweaty every time I go for a walk. And it's, like... It's crazy that, like, wintertime is the best time for me to take my walks because it's not... I love the winter walks because I'm not sweating I don't have to feel like I don't feel like I need to take a shower every time I get home. I hate it. I hate the summer. The only good thing summer ever had going for it was summer break in school. But now that I'm not in school, summer has no redeeming qualities. Bugs everywhere, super humid. Ugh. It's terrible. Fall is just objectively the best weather. Oh my god. Wait, guys, this is starting to look really cool. Oh, and, well, we gotta put a pause on it because we got a new Rubik's Cube solve redemption. Let's do it, chat. Time for another cube solve. Let's do it. Let's do it. Again, to anyone who just showed up, somebody redeemed channel points to Twitch for me to solve a Rubik's Cube. So put in your guesses for what you think the time is. The last time was 14 seconds, and it had a plus 2 second penalty. So in total, 16. I usually average around 12 or 13. It can be anywhere between 10 seconds, 17 seconds. If I mess up really badly, it could go even longer. You never know. All right. I used the scramble generated by the website, so it's an official scramble. Everyone put in your guesses. Are you going to build Moragia? No, I will not be building Moragia. I will not be doing that. 10.18? Holy, you have a lot of faith in me. You have a lot of faith if you're guessing 10.18. All right. Let me take a look at the scramble. It looks decent. It looks decent. All right, here I go. Ezio was close yet again with a 12.68. Have you had it snow during the fall? I have had it snow on Halloween once. 12.68 was the solve. I think Ezio was closest again. I'm trying to look if anyone was closer. I don't think anyone else was closer. I think Ezio was closer. He was 0.05 off. Yeah. No, Ezio was closest. Yippee. Good job, Ezio. You got another close one. You're just the best ever at this. I don't know how. Okay, but Ezio's like my actual friend. He's seen me solve in like VC before. So he kind of knows that I usually get around. I mean, you guys all know, though. Like, not that changes too much. All right. Dude, switching back to this. Oh, I just messed up really bad. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I messed up my OBS settings. All right. That looks really cool, doesn't it? That looks really cool. You should do a backflip for us all. Yeah, I'll just go do that real quick. Yeah, I have had it snow in the fall before. It was literally, I think it snowed Halloween night, like 6 years ago. Around there, but I'm not gonna say the second number because, you know. Okay, so, yeah, so a lot of the tendrils, I think we can do, like, a few of the black tendrils back here, and then they kind of, like, curve back up like this. But for the most part, I don't think we do many tendrils in the back because there aren't a lot of them. There aren't a lot that show up along the back. It's just kind of misty fogginess, right? Snow on Halloween? It's like 80 every year here? Yeah. It's usually not cold enough to snow on Halloween anymore. Sometimes it gets cold, but sometimes it's hot. It just depends on the year. Do you like goldfish the snack? Dude, I love goldfish. I've got a box of goldfish sitting in the corner of my room right now. Goldfish has always been like one of my go-to snacks. Just always has been. In Canada, it gets cold. Well, yeah. Who would have guessed that? That might even be too much along the back. Nah, it's probably not. Oh. Alright. So now that we have that, here's my plan. Here's my plan from here on out. I think we're probably pretty good with tendrils. So here's what we do now. We're gonna put a giant sphere in the middle. Like this. We're gonna use another new block. We'll use gray wool. Like so. And we're only affecting air blocks, right? And it's hollow. So... And then we're gonna carve out a lot of it off the top. We're gonna take a little off the top. Might massacre it a little bit. But I want to take a good chunk off, right? We're gonna put another sphere that's smaller. Maybe 91. Take a little bit off the top again in a second, but I want to do an even smaller one. 75. So we've got like 3 layers of the smog, right? So let's start taking some off the top again. Like so. We cut some off the top like that. I'm just kind of trying stuff here. This is not gonna like stick. This isn't final. I'm just kind of throwing stuff and seeing what works. This is just the first idea that I kind of had that like, oh, maybe this will work. We're just gonna kind of massacre this a little bit, and then we're gonna grab a really thin one, and we're gonna do like a lot of just cutting out pieces of it, like so. Yeah, I'm the barber taking a little off the top, except I definitely took too much off. 100% I took a little too much off. That looks crazy on the map. Oh my, it literally looks like an enormous spider emerging from the volcano. Yeah, we just keep cutting off strands of it. Like so. Very uneven, very randomly. And then's the hard part. We have to start figuring out, like, okay, how are we going to color this thing? So, the gray wool is going to be a lot of glass, right? A lot of glass. The red tendrils are going to be very solid. The black tendrils are going to be an in-between. Somewhat solid, somewhat, like, wispy with glass. Right? That's the vision I see here. We really need to cut a lot out of the bottom here, though. So that you have, like, full access. Yeah. Alright. Is Marble Goma supposed to be a spider? I think so. Because I think original Goma is supposed to be a spider. Alright. So, here's my first thought. Again, the gray wool, we're going to make completely just glass. So, we'll do black, gray, maybe tinted. Tinted might be a bit too extreme. And then a little bit of red. Mostly black, less red. We need air. We need some air in there. Maybe that's too much air? Maybe that's gonna work, actually. That might actually work. Okay, hold on. Let's save Death Mountain gray. So that would replace the gray wool. Okay, so let's figure out the black tendrils now. Black tendrils, I think we do way less air. We take out the tinted and we do black glazed terracotta? Less glass. More solid, less glass. So, I think... well, we kind of want those tendrils to be the in-between, right? So maybe we keep that. Let's keep that as a template for a second. Death Mountain black. And then, do we just color the red with the Gloom palette? I don't think this will work. We have to try, though. I don't know. My first thought is we need more strands coming along the back up here. Not a lot, but some. I don't know if I like this. I think there needs to be black stained glass in the Gloom palette here. I don't think we can do full solid. I think it needs to be a little bit... Yes, I think that's better. Like, especially here, I think that's much better. I'll do that in a second. I don't love it. Kind of dark. I mean, maybe it's my colorblindness, but it's really black in game too, no? It's really black in game. It's way more black than it is red to my eyes, but I'm red-green colorblind. So if you guys all think it's too dark, we can change it. It's a little too dark, kind of dark. I agree. Has brighter red strands. It's more red. It has red edge highlights. Okay. Alright, I have an idea. That gave me an idea. If we go to default and we do red glazed terracotta and we do Varan Y edges like so. Oops. Hello? Okay. Bit laggy there. Maybe a bit less like that. But then we up the scale. What if we do like that on the red tendrils? So, 26 scale, 25%. We'll save this. DMVO. And then we get out the gloom palette. And then we paint the rest of it, but we replace that with black stained glass again. Except, I once again forgot about that. I don't know. Maybe we change the red glaze to something else, something more subtle. Because I feel like it's too much of a bright red. Maybe we change it to like a redstone block. Something like that. Oh! I kind of like the redstone. It's got like a glowy look to it, and I think that's perfect. I think I like that. Oh my god, look at it from this angle. That looks crazy. Above like this, it genuinely looks insane. All right, it still needs work. Somewhere, somehow, it still needs work, I think. For one, I think there needs to be more wispiness up near the top. I think there needs to be some wispier clouds and stuff just kind of hanging around that aren't connected to the main structure, right? I think we need that. I think maybe we cut back on the solid gray sphere down here. I think the gray sphere might be a bit too much. Cut back on it a tiny bit, just add a little more air to it. Because right now I did a noise pattern with air, but I think we do a white noise pattern and we just randomly spread in some air blocks first. That is the play, I think. So I have all the block templates saved that we just did. So we can kind of safely remove everything and be fine. I might be lagging the server. Sorry, Sam, if I'm lagging everything. I didn't realize these commands were so crazy. All right, there we go. All right. Why are there signs? What the hell? These must have been in the Death Mountain smoke. Somebody hid signs in the Death Mountain smoke. That's crazy. You're fine on my end? I meant like lagging out the server, not the stream. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. We take gray wool, and to make it a bit more wispy, a bit more not solid, we do something like this. Just remove a bunch of it right off the bat. And then when we paint it with the noise pattern, even more air will be added. Because I think this big gray cloud was too solid, and it was making the black tendrils and the tendrils more near the center kind of mush together a bit too much. And I think they need to be more clearly defined. So I think we even maybe bump it up to 60% air instead of 50. So now we do this. I think that's good. Now we need more random kind of wisps and tendrils. Kind of up in the air above. Separated from the main cloud. So, for example... something like this. And then we just kind of move it all up. Except these should be black wool, not red wool. So we get more flaky, random little bits. Especially in the back here. We should especially add some back here, I think. Just some that are separated from the main cloud. Maybe these should have been gray, actually. They won't be that bad to change if we need to change them. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Even, like, up here along these main ones, we should have some wispy bits. Yeah, I think this should definitely be gray. And we'll change to a different block so we can more easily decide. We'll change to light gray. Because I'm not entirely sold on what color these need to be yet. So we'll do light gray and figure it out. I think depth should be 2 even. Yeah. Like that. Just random wisps, random little bits. Oh yeah, that's gonna look way better. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Even more bits like up here. Except I want to move that one up a little more. I got a question about your Lumios map. Stop asking to ask a question. Just ask the question. You've asked it like 4 times. I would have seen it by now if you just asked what the question was instead of asking to ask a question. Did you get your laundry done? It's in the dryer right now. So, it's going. I think that's a lot better. Maybe even more, like, between the tendrils instead of just, like, above them. Like, get one, like, here. Yeah. Should be like that. I'm still waiting for the question about the Lumios map. It has yet to be asked. Can you make hyperspace news in it? No, I will not be doing that. Project's done. Project's over with. Also, I never played the DLC. I genuinely, I never played the DLC for ZA. Because I started building it before the DLC came out. And then I was like, okay, I'll play the DLC once I finish building it. But then by the time I finished building ZA, I was like... You know, I'm kind of burnt out of this game. I don't feel like playing it anymore. So, I never actually played it. So, I'm pretty sure that the hyperspace thing is from the DLC, but I don't actually know. I don't know really anything about the DLC. I know that there's like some exclusive legendary... Not legendaries. Megas. Maybe there's legendaries. I don't know that much. Will you hide an ender portal somewhere on the map? Probably in Ganon's arena. Because that's what I did in the Breath of the Wild map. I put it in the Calamity Ganon arena. So I'll probably put the end portal down in Gloom's Descent, like in the boss arena. Alright, do we think that's enough of like the wispy bits? Maybe they need to be more separated because like from ground level, you can't really tell that they're separated. So maybe we need them like more up in the air. Whoops. I think it could benefit from being, like, further up. Like, that one's definitely too close. Yeah, now it's a lot more clearly separated, even from, like, a distance like this. How long have you been using Axiom for? Pretty much since it came out. So, 2.5 years? When did it come out? I don't remember exactly when it came out. But pretty much since it came out. I didn't get it immediately because I had to wait for them to make a paper plugin version, but that was only like a few weeks. Because I remember everyone was yelling at me to use Axiom. Like, why aren't you using Axiom, Grazzy? Because I can't, because I don't have a paper plugin. And I literally had to put text on the screen yelling, I know about Axiom, I can't use it yet. Because literally everyone was asking about it. And then like months later, people came in and were like, remember when you first hated Axiom and you refused to use it at first because you didn't like it? And it's like, what are we talking about? We're just making up information. Like, I never hated Axiom. I never refused to use it because I didn't like it. I couldn't! Ugh. Literally one person said that, and it's like S-tier rage bait. That single line that I saw of someone claiming that I hated Axiom and refused to use it at work, like, that is literally S-tier rage bait. I am still falling for it all these months later because it enraged me so much. All right, side tangent over. I think we're ready to start coloring again. I think we're ready to start coloring again. So let's first color the gray again, as usual. Gray. DM gray is what we want. So let's see how that looks now. Yeah, it's a little less solid, and I think that's good. How good are you at Geometry Dash? My hardest demon is Cold Sweat. I beat it about a year ago. Actually, last February is when I beat Cold Sweat. So literally like 1 year. I think at the time it was number 80 or 90 on the demon list. Somewhere around there. My second hardest is Yatagarasu? I think. Some other things I've done. I've completed the River Wave in Slaughterhouse in one run. I have 60 to 100 on Edge of Destiny. I don't know. That should probably tell you enough. Do we think that the black tendrils aren't solid enough? I don't think they're solid enough. Maybe we should color... Hold on. Let me try something real quick. Maybe I should just ditch the whole idea of the black tendrils and just color the red and black ones the same. Like, maybe I should stop complicating it and just do them the same. Oh, right. It's gloom, and then I just replaced this with black stained glass. No. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because now there's... Okay, how about this? How about this? How about this? We only apply... So, we don't apply the redstone to the black wool. So, the black wool just gets the basic gloom palette, right? But we do give it to the red wool. So, the red wool has the redstone. So they had the same base color. The only difference is that the red has the red tendrils have the redstone. Like this. I feel like you need to make it more red. More red? Look at this. It's mostly red. What more do you guys want from me? Oh. I know why it looks weird. I know why it looks weird. I'm stupid. Sorry, I'm stupid. I know why it looks weird. It's because I forgot to change to redstone. That's part of the reason it looks so bad all of a sudden. I was wondering, I was like, why does it look so much worse? It's because I forgot that I switched to redstone. Well, I didn't forget, but I forgot that I need to switch this preset off of the glazed terracotta. Okay, so now we go back to gloom with black stained glass. Now this should look a lot better. What do we think? I guess I should figure out what I'm coloring this. Probably the same as the gray. That's what I'm thinking. The light gray should probably just be the same as the gray. Wispy. More air. Remove the tinted glass. Have you made Minoru's Construct Forge and seized Construct? No, not yet. If not, where should that be? Somewhere below Farron. Around here. Somewhere around this area is where that should be, I think. What do we think? Oh, I don't think I like how solid that looks from like an angle like this. I do think there needs to be more mist. I do agree with that. I do think we need to step it up in the mist department. Which at this point should be pretty easy because I can just like do this. And just add a bunch of these around. Maybe we need some more glass in the solid tendrils. I think the tendrils look a bit too solid and the mist at the base should come up higher. You think the mist at the base should come up higher? You're probably right. Okay. Here's my idea. To make the mist come up higher. I simply select the entire thing and then move it up. So this is what it was before. That's what it was before. That's what it is now. I do think that looks better. And that should also make it look a little less solid. Yeah. So now we just need a little bit of, like, this gap right here. We just need some more, like, tendril bits to add that in. So we can go back to what we were doing where we were just, like, copying these around and filling up these gaps. We can put one like out here. Put this one like there. Then copy this one. Put it over here. Yeah, we can maybe try shaving this back part down. Just a little bit. Like that, maybe? Maybe get rid of, like, that tip there. Maybe? What point of the game are you building this? For Breath of the Wild, you built it before any Divine Beasts were done. Is it going to be as if Link just got up the Great Sky Island? Yeah, pretty much. We're doing it as if Link just got up the Sky Island. The only difference is that all shrines are intact. So any shrines that you, like, spawn in and, like, you know, they appear out of the ground or whatever it is, whatever they do in tiers, those will be intact. So shrines will basically have 100% completion. None of the regional phenomenon are going to be complete. So it's basically the same. It's the same thing. It's the same approach we had with Breath of the Wild. No dungeons are going to be complete. No Divine Beasts are completed. No regional phenomenon are going to be completed. Which, in some cases like this, it's really cool because we get to do the Gloom Fog coming out of Death Mountain. But in other cases, it really sucks because we have to make Zora's Domain all muddy and gross. And, like, that really sucks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make Zora's Domain muddy and gross, but I have to. Okay, what do we think of this shape now? Do we think this shape is good? You think maybe we, add a bit more air into the red, like, make the red tendrils a bit more solid and then call it good? What do we think of that? We think we should do that? Let me remove all of the red wool that got left over. Revenge for the odd angle it made you build at. Well, guess what? I hate to break it to everyone who says it's like, who says something like that, but the water temple is at the same angle as Zora's Domain. So, you know, I might get my revenge temporarily, but it's gonna get its revenge again during the water temple. Alright, I think we should try coloring this again. So we're gonna get, no, it's not the same. I lied. It's not the same. So we're gonna get, DM gray. Color in the gray glass. Should be a bit more airy now. Little bit. I think it'll be fine, though. Next, we take this wool, and we do the same thing, but we do none of that, and we add more air and stuff. Like this, I think, is how we did the light gray wool. Something similar to that. More air. It needs way more air. Because these parts are supposed to be extra. Oh, I'm getting caves over there. Nope. Gotta look straight down when I do this. Okay, so now it should be a lot more wispy, more air. Still not enough, maybe? Maybe like that? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Grazzy, yes. You gonna build the green crystals? I don't know, maybe. What up, Zane?
Keep water for the phenomenon at the domain. Just change only the water to swamp biome.
That's not a bad idea. I don't hate that idea. That's definitely worth, like, putting in the back of my mind and trying. Thank you for the 5, Zane. I appreciate it. Yeah, I never really thought of that. Better yet, we can even do, like, splotches of swamp biome Because I'm pretty sure the muddy water is like splotchy in Tears of the Kingdom. So if we do the swamp water in patches, it'll look really nice. All right, so black wool, we're going to do this. No. I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it like, okay, well, first, let's add the redstone. To the red concrete. And now we're going to color both the red and the black with the gloom pattern, except we replace the black wool. Oh, no. We want to add more air, don't we? Isn't there like one clean line of water leading to Sidon? I don't remember. Okay, so we wanted to add more air to the red tendrils. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. What's the best way to add more air? Do we just put more air into the noise pattern? Maybe. We either do that or we use like a white noise painter to add more air before coloring it. Those are the two options. Let's try it with air. Putting it into the paint here. So we'll do air here. Do some more air, some less glass, a little less solid block. Just get a good amount of air in here. Let's see how this works. I feel like that didn't really change anything. Air to the tips of it. It's not a bad idea. And I think I know how I can do that pretty easily, too. Let me try something crazy. So we're going to mask to red wool. We're going to use a gradient painter between air and red concrete. And we're going to do... this. Except remove the redstone first. I should add a second layer of red concrete to lessen the amount of air that we're adding in. If I properly apply that to every single thing, that'll work. That could work. So I just have to be a bit more careful with it. And then do it over here. And then do it over here. Maybe? That looks interesting. That looks interesting, I will say. It looks interesting. Let's try coloring it. Let's try. So I want the gloom pattern. Not gloom mix, I want gloom. So black stained glass. We'll add a little bit of air again, just to be sure. That looks pretty cool. That is definitely the coolest it's looked so far. Wait, that actually looks really sick. What do we think? My only is that, like, feathering out the tips, like adding air to the tips makes the strands look shorter. It's my only concern. But that could be pretty easily rectified by just extending the tips a little bit before removing some. Well, I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Oh my god. Like ground level coming into Goron City. From certain angles, it doesn't look nearly as good, but I think that's just like, we just kind of have to deal with that. That's just how it's going to be. But if you get it at the right angle... Oh my god, yeah. Like, this is definitely the best angle for it. I think that's pretty good. This angle, too. This angle's so crazy because you can very clearly see the tendrils, and I think that's cool, honestly. Directly from the side like this is definitely the worst angle. The back angle, I think the back angle's fine, but if you get it from this angle, the redstone from this angle, the redstone from this angle. The redstone from this angle is insane. It looks so good. And then, like, theoretically, if you get up here, you can still make it to the chasm and jump down. Yeah. The map. Oh my god, the map. Oh my god. I think I'm content. Yeah, this is just very clearly the best angle to look at it from. Which is the angle you're going to see it at mostly, I think. You're going to mostly be looking at it from an angle like this. Hell yeah. Well, I didn't think that was going to take all stream, but we did it. We did it. Oh. Wow, you blew up. I remember when you were at 800 subs. Wait, what was your name back then? What was it Claire C back then? I'm sorry if it was, because I don't remember that name. 800 subs. Jeez. That was Hardcore Season 3. Was it Season 3? No, that was Season 4. I didn't type much. I just watched a lot. Gotcha. Yep. I had a lucky break when I started moving away. I moved away from hardcore and then immediately got my lucky break, and I've been rolling with it ever since. It's been pretty awesome. Okay. Maybe this is where we end stream. We did good progress. Oh my. I can't get over this angle. It just looks so good from this angle. It looks crazy good from this angle. I remember watching you build the banner build at the start. Yeah. Yep. You do this full time now? I've been doing it full time since 2022. Yes, I do. I actually posted a video recently on my channel. And by recently, I mean like last summer. Where I went back and I like remastered all the builds from the hardcore era. I redid all of those, like, main big builds I did in those videos. Yeah, it's not often that people around here have watched those videos. Because they're old, and they're really, really bad. Looking back at it, those old videos were really bad. The redstone's what does it, exactly. You can't really see it as clearly. I think it's because from this angle, the black tendrils are kind of like... Hold on. That just gave me an idea. I want to try adding the redstone into the black tendrils again. I want to try it. I want to see what it looks like if I add the tendrils back in. I'm going to save this. DM red. And then I'm going to go... Wait. Yeah, no, that's fine. DMVO. I wonder if adding the redstone... Because I think it looked weird from below. Before I didn't get that look from below because the black tendrils don't have the redstone lines, and they were covering up a lot of the red tendrils. So I wonder what happens if we add the redstone back into the black tendrils. I think it'll achieve that same look we have from above, from below as well. Let's see. Oh my god. Yo. It still doesn't do much from below. It makes it look even better from above, but I don't think it really changes the bottom look very much. Doesn't change the bottom look very much, but it does change the top look a lot. It makes it look even... Oh my... Wait, does it look... Oh, on the map too. Oh my god. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it. We did it. Anything else is nitpicky. Anything else is blech. I'm really happy with that. We pumped that out. Took longer than I wanted it to, but we got it. We got it done. Let's call it there. No, I knew it. I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna redeem to make the bed. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I literally, right before you did it, I was thinking that. I was like, I think someone's been holding a make the bed redemption, and they're gonna troll me at the last second by making me destroy it. I literally knew it was gonna happen. I was thinking about it. I was like, some troll had better not make me destroy the bed. And then I look over, and I watch as the redeem pops up in chat. I hate you. I really, really hate you. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I hope you're happy. So glad I didn't have to do it. You assholes. You all had the same idea. You all had the same idea to make me ruin my perfectly made bed. I'm ending stream. I don't know when I'm going to be live next. I don't know. Oh my god. And you're getting... Oh my god. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll do a gosh darn Rubik's Cube solve before the end of stream as well. You guys won't let me leave. I want to, like, go take a walk or something. Get some fresh air because... Oh my god, it's hot in here. Fine. I'll do one more Rubik's Cube solve. Everyone put in your guesses. Everyone put in your last final guesses to what the solve's gonna be. If everyone hasn't already left, because, you know, I said I was ending stream. Alright. Let's do it. Once again, the scramble is generated by the website, making it an official scramble. You can follow along with the scramble so you know I'm not just, like, cheating. Alright. Last solve was a 12-16... Oh... Hold on. Okay, I need everyone to pause. There's a double X cross on this scramble. To anyone who knows Rubik's Cube terminology, this is crazy. Hold on, I actually have to lock in. I see a path for a double X cross, I think. Wait, do I? I don't know if I actually do see a path for a double X cross. There's definitely one X cross. I literally... Okay, I actually have to lock in because this could be a really good solve if I execute this properly. This could be really good. So I'm going to, like, spend a minute and I'm going to really, really analyze this because I see a path for an X cross. I don't think I can... Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for the single X cross. I'm really thinking here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I flubbed it. I messed it up. I don't have my OBS open. 11.72. I kind of messed it up, but that was a really good scramble. Was anyone close? Wireless TV was 0.02 off. Wireless TV was 0.02 off. Yeah, there's no Discord command. Let me get an invite. Sorry, I'm a bad streamer. I'm a bad YouTuber. Let me find a Discord invite real quick. I'll put in the thing. Does this Discord invite work? Surely it does, right? Oh, the Discord isn't linked there. 1 second. I'm searching. I think this link works. I should fix the camera. That'd be smart. Okay, here we go. This should work. There we go. I think, yeah, that should work. There you guys go. There's an invite to the Discord. Yeah, I am gonna head out of here before anyone redeems something stupid. If anyone redeems anything now, it's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm going to get out of here. You guys all have a good rest of your nights. I will talk to you guys later. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming again. It could be a while. I don't really know. I'm just kind of on a whenever I feel like it streaming schedule right now. So yeah. Talk to you guys all later. See you soon. If the stream wants to stop. It's not stopping.